Hey guys, it's me and Stormy here for our July wrap-up video, which is going to be our last video of the series. I can't believe it. So I'm going to try not to talk too much because there's a lot of videos and photos I want to do and a very emotional photo montage at the end of this. So basically, July was another good month. We did our usual showing. I ran into a bit of a problem where he was getting very strong towards the jumps because he's getting more confident in himself. So he's more like, I know what I'm doing, bitch, like stay out of my way, which isn't always the case because he does not usually know what he's doing. And he's trying to canter a lot more now, especially in between jumps when he's excited and he's going forward. So he was getting very strong and I couldn't, get him off the jump. So he had some rails, so I wanted to work on that. So an issue I've had with him is the one side of his jaw, his left side of his jaw tends to lock, like genuinely lock. And I've done a lot of work in softening his jaw and he's gotten better, but that just sometimes it just locks. So I had his teeth done and they checked and they're actually it's something that doesn't work quite right. So I'm usually not somebody who's like, oh, use a bitless bridle, because I personally think it's a bit of a band-aid. You should retrain them to have a softer mouth, not just take away the whole thing. But in his case, I felt like it would work. So I tried to hack more on him. He loved it. He's so much softer and lighter and more relaxed, and his jaw, obviously, it doesn't lock because there's no bit. So it has helped him tremendously. And in doing so, it has helped his canter a lot, because a lot of times to get these guys to canter, you need them light, because if they're heavy, they kind of start just on the bit, and then they fall into a trot or pace, whatever, and they just run you into the ground. So it has really helped his canter. His right lead's coming along incredibly well. He can get the transition super good, and he can canter around the whole ring sometimes. Basically, he can canter pretty much the whole ring pretty reliably. So I'm super happy with that. I never really thought we'd get to that point. And I've just started now the left lead canter, because that's a lot harder for him. His leg moves in a certain direction that just made it harder. Because when I was first starting to canter under saddle, I was trying to do both leads equally, but it was the left was just not happening. So I was like, all right, let me try and go and build his strength and his confidence on the right, and then I'll try and transition it over to the left. And it worked, because the other day I was doing it and he was finally ready to do it. And he bucked a little bit going into it. He only did 1 or 2 strides, but that's exactly how the right lead started. So I was really happy with that. We were actually able to get it. So now I'm going to start the process of building that up. Is his canter show ready? No, but I didn't think I was going to get to this point, not this year at least. So I'm just so happy with him. As you can see, he's very full of himself. He's just a bright, happy horse. And it just makes me very emotional, because I never really imagined we'd get to this point, and I really don't even care how we do at the show. Because less than a year ago, I never thought I would see him again. I was looking everywhere for him. He ended up with the Amish. He fell off the face of the earth. Then I got him back and he was in rough shape. He was pretty lame, and I didn't care what he did. I just was happy he was home. But the fact that he's just recovered so much and he's done so well, and just obviously the amount of trust he has in me to conquer all of his issues, it's just been incredible. And it just obviously makes me very emotional, because I love him so much. So it just blows my mind, our journey, how far we've gotten and all that we've accomplished in such a short time. And just to watch him blossom into the horse he is now, he's a totally different horse in a good way. He's still Stormy at the root. He's very sweet. He has a good heart. He's dramatic and sensitive, but he feels good about himself. He thinks he's hot shit. He's talking to the ladies. He thinks he's a stallion. He was a stallion and he never acted like a stallion, and now he's not, and he acts like one. And he just feels so good about himself, and he loves the jumping, and it just makes me so happy. So I just have assembled, after this, a montage of his journey from beginning to present, and it's just beginning, and it just blows my mind how far he's come. So our schedule for nationals this year, which I'll insert in a slide too at the end so you can read it. I'm trying not to go overkill on him. So the flat is not obviously his favorite thing. I can't flatten the hackamore. I have to flatten the bit, so it's fine, but it's just not really his forte. And there's 23 horses in this class, so I'm not really, I'm poor, if you haven't noticed. So I'm not really gonna enter classes that I am not super confident that I gonna get a money earning placing. So I'm not really doing any flat. I entered ourselves in an equitation class because I've been doing pretty good in equitation with him all year, so give it a shot. But other than that, he's doing the 2 hunter over fences, and then he's doing the 2 lower jumpers over fences, so the cross rails and the 2 foot, because I also don't want to overwhelm him. It's just going to be his first, national show with this many horses, staying in a stall all day, stuff like that. So I just want to make it nice for him. And I also have to show a few other horses as well. I have a filly that was recently adopted, but the adopters want us to take to the show, so she's going. And then my stallion is coming to do the fresh off the track, so that's going to take a lot of my time, because he's literally like racing and coming to the show, so it should be exciting, but it's all in good fun. So thank you guys for coming along, and I'm so happy to have shared my journey with you, and I'll see you all at nationals.
Feeling nervous, aren't you, boy? With your quiet voice and impeccable style. Don't ever let them steal your joy and your gentle ways to keep them from running wild. They can kick dirt in your face, dress you down and tell you that your place is in the middle, when they hate the way you shine. I see you tugging on your shirt, trying to hide inside of it and hide how much it hurts. Let 'em laugh while they can. Let 'em spin, let 'em scatter in the wind. I have been to the movies, I've seen hands, and the joke's on discouraged, don't you, girl? It's your brother's world for a while longer. You gotta dance with the devil on a river to beat the stream. Call it living the dream, call it kicking the ladder. They come to kick dirt in your face, to call you weak and then displace you after carrying your baby on your back across the desert. I saw your eyes behind your hair, and you're looking tired, but you don't look scared.